The grand entrance doors of the London Palladium swung open as a sea of photographers pressed forward, their cameras clicking rapidly in anticipation. Outside, hundreds of royal fans had gathered behind metal barriers, clutching flags and flowers, hoping to catch a glimpse of the future King and Queen of England. The crisp November evening air was filled with excitement as security personnel took their positions along the red carpet. Princess Kate stepped gracefully from the sleek royal car, her emerald green gown catching the bright camera flashes. The stunning dress, designed by one of Britain's most celebrated fashion houses, featured intricate beadwork that sparkled like stars against the dark evening sky. Her hair was styled in an elegant updo, adorned with the Cambridge lover's knot tiara that once belonged to Princess Diana. The crowd erupted in cheers as she waved warmly, her genuine smile lighting up her face. Prince William emerged from the vehicle with his characteristic confident stride, looking distinguished in his perfectly tailored black tuxedo. His bow tie was precisely adjusted, and his military medals gleamed proudly on his chest, representing his years of service to the country. The prince's warm brown eyes scanned the crowd appreciatively as he joined his wife at her side, offering his arm in a gesture that spoke of their strong partnership. The couple moved slowly down the red carpet, stopping frequently to acknowledge the enthusiastic crowd. Kate paused to accept a small bouquet of roses from a young girl who had waited hours in the cold just for this moment. The little girl's face beamed with joy as the princess knelt down to her level, speaking softly and making her feel like the most important person in the world. This simple act of kindness rippled through the crowd, reminding everyone why the royal couple was so beloved. Inside the historic theater, celebrities and dignitaries had already taken their seats in anticipation of the evening's spectacular show. The Royal Variety Performance, a cherished British tradition dating back over a century, brought together the finest entertainers from around the world to perform before members of the royal family. Tonight's lineup promised to be extraordinary, featuring chart-topping musicians, acclaimed actors, brilliant comedians, and breathtaking circus performers. The theater's ornate interior, with its gold leaf decorations and plush red velvet seats, provided the perfect backdrop for such a prestigious event. Crystal chandeliers hung majestically from the ceiling, casting a warm glow over the expectant audience. The atmosphere buzzed with anticipation as guests whispered excitedly about which performances would steal the show. As William and Kate made their way to the royal box, they greeted various performers and organizers with genuine warmth and interest. The princess stopped to chat with several young dancers from a London dance academy, praising their dedication and asking about their training. Her natural ability to connect with people of all ages and backgrounds was evident as she listened intently to their stories and dreams. Prince William engaged in animated conversation with the evening's host, a popular British comedian known for his quick wit and charitable work. The two men laughed together, sharing stories about previous royal events and discussing the importance of supporting the arts in Britain. The prince's relaxed demeanor and infectious laugh put everyone around him at ease. The couple's arrival had been months in the planning, with their private secretaries coordinating every detail to ensure the evening would run smoothly. From security arrangements to the specific timing of their entrance, nothing was left to chance. Yet despite all the formal protocol, William and Kate managed to bring a sense of genuine warmth and accessibility to the grand occasion. As they settled into their seats in the royal box, positioned prominently in the center of the theater's first tier, the couple could see the entire audience spread out before them. The sight was magnificent, row upon row of elegantly dressed guests, all united in their excitement for the evening ahead. The royal box itself was decorated with fresh flowers and draped in rich burgundy fabric, creating an intimate space within the grand theater. The orchestra began to tune their instruments in the pit below, creating a symphony of sounds that added to the building excitement. Backstage, performers made final adjustments to costumes and ran through last-minute rehearsals, knowing that in just moments they would be performing before future monarchs and a television audience of millions. Kate adjusted her gloves and checked that her tiara was secure, while William straightened his cufflinks and reviewed the evening's program. Both had attended numerous such events throughout their royal careers, but each one brought its own unique energy and surprises. They exchanged a knowing smile, ready to enjoy an evening of world-class entertainment while representing the crown with dignity and grace. The house lights began to dim slowly, signaling that the show was about to begin. A hush fell over the audience as everyone turned their attention to the stage, where the first act was preparing to make their entrance. The magic of live theater was about to unfold, promising an evening that would be remembered long after the final curtain fell. The curtain rose with dramatic flair as the opening number exploded into life. A troupe of acrobatic performers from Eastern Europe took center stage, their bodies moving with impossible grace and precision. They twisted and soared through the air, defying gravity with each breathtaking leap and catch. The audience gasped in unison as one performer executed a triple somersault, landing perfectly in his partner's arms high above the stage. Princess Kate leaned forward in her seat, completely captivated by the display of human artistry before her. Her eyes followed each movement with genuine fascination, and she found herself holding her breath during the most daring stunts. Prince William watched with equal intensity, his military training giving him deep appreciation for the discipline and physical conditioning required for such feats. The performers wore costumes that shimmered under the stage lights, their sequined outfits catching and reflecting the beams in dazzling patterns across the theater walls. The accompanying music swelled and ebbed perfectly with each movement, creating an emotional crescendo that had the entire audience on the edge of their seats. When the act concluded with all 6 performers forming a human pyramid while spinning silk ribbons, the applause was thunderous. Following the acrobats came a surprise guest appearance by one of Britain's most beloved pop stars. She emerged from beneath the stage on a hydraulic platform, her powerful voice filling every corner of the theater with a song that had topped the charts for weeks. Her outfit, a flowing silver gown that seemed to move like liquid metal, created stunning visual effects as she moved across the stage. The singer made eye contact with the royal box during her performance, offering a respectful nod to William and Kate before launching into an emotional ballad about hope and resilience. Her voice soared effortlessly through the high notes, bringing tears to the eyes of many audience members. The personal connection she created with her performance reminded everyone why music had the power to unite people across all boundaries. Kate was visibly moved by the performance, dabbing delicately at her eyes with a silk handkerchief. The song's message about overcoming challenges resonated deeply with her own experiences in the public eye. William reached over and gently squeezed her hand, a small gesture of support that spoke volumes about their partnership and shared understanding. The evening's host returned to the stage with his characteristic humor, regaling the audience with gentle jokes about royal protocol and British weather. His wit was sharp but respectful, earning genuine laughter from William and Kate. The comedian had spent weeks crafting his material to ensure it would entertain without crossing any lines, and his efforts were clearly successful as even the most formal dignitaries in attendance were seen chuckling. Next came a group of young performers from a prestigious London drama school. These talented students, ranging in age from 16 to 22, presented scenes from classical British plays with remarkable skill and passion. Their youth and enthusiasm brought fresh energy to familiar works, and their dedication to their craft was evident in every gesture and spoken word. The princess watched these young actors with particular interest, as supporting youth development in the arts had become one of her passionate causes. She had visited their school just months earlier, spending time with students and teachers to better understand the challenges facing young performers in today's competitive entertainment industry. Seeing them now on this prestigious stage filled her with pride and hope for the future of British theater. One young actress delivered a particularly moving monologue from Shakespeare, her clear voice carrying across the theater with surprising power and maturity. The piece required both technical skill and emotional depth, and she handled both aspects with remarkable confidence. The standing ovation she received was well-deserved recognition of her talent and hard work. During the intermission, William and Kate were invited backstage to meet some of the performers. The narrow corridors behind the stage buzzed with activity as technicians prepared for the second half of the show. Costume assistants rushed past carrying elaborate outfits, while performers practiced their routines in whatever space they could find. The royal couple's backstage visit was carefully orchestrated but felt completely natural. They moved from dressing room to dressing room, taking time to speak personally with many of the evening stars. Kate complimented the young actress on her Shakespeare performance, asking about her training and future aspirations. The young woman was clearly nervous, but managed to express her gratitude for the princess's support of arts education. Prince William engaged in enthusiastic conversation with the acrobatic troupe, learning about their rigorous training regimen and the cultural traditions behind their performances. He was particularly interested in how they maintained such precise timing and trust between partners. The performers appreciated his genuine curiosity and shared stories about their journey from small villages in their homeland to performing on one of London's most famous stages. The pop star approached the royal couple with a warm smile, thanking them for their attendance and explaining how much the evening meant to all the performers. She spoke passionately about the importance of the royal variety performance in supporting various charities and keeping live entertainment thriving in Britain. Her sincerity and down-to-earth personality made the conversation feel like a chat between old friends rather than a formal royal meeting. As they prepared to return to their seats for the second half, William and Kate were photographed with the entire cast. The image would later become one of the most shared photos from the evening, capturing the joy and excitement that filled the theater. Everyone gathered close together, performers still in their glittering costumes, creating a picture that perfectly represented the magic of live entertainment and the royal family's support for the arts. The second half of the royal variety performance began with a spectacular tribute to British musical theatre. The stage transformed into a magical landscape as performers from 5 of London's most successful West End shows took center stage together. The collaboration had taken months to choreograph, requiring precise timing and coordination between different production teams who rarely work together. Dancers in elaborate period costumes swept across the stage in perfect formation, their movements telling the story of British theater's rich history. The medley moved seamlessly from classical operetta to modern rock musicals, showcasing the incredible diversity and evolution of British entertainment. Each transition was marked by stunning lighting effects that painted the stage in vibrant colors, creating an almost cinematic experience. Princess Kate found herself completely absorbed in the spectacle, her extensive knowledge of British cultural history allowing her to appreciate the subtle references and artistic choices woven throughout the performance. She had studied art history at university and maintained a deep appreciation for creative expression in all its forms. Her understanding added depth to her enjoyment as she recognized influences from different eras and artistic movements. Prince William was equally impressed by the technical precision required to coordinate such a complex performance. His practical mind appreciated the logistics involved in bringing together so many different elements: costumes, lighting, music, choreography, and performers into one cohesive artistic statement. The military precision required reminded him of his own experiences coordinating complex operations during his service years. The highlight of the musical theater segment came when a world-renowned soprano emerged from the chorus to deliver a breathtaking aria. Her voice soared above the accompanying orchestra with such power and clarity that it seemed to transcend the physical boundaries of the theater itself. The emotional intensity of her performance created a moment of pure magic that left the entire audience spellbound. As the soprano's final notes faded into silence, The theater erupted in the most enthusiastic applause of the evening. The royal couple joined in the standing ovation, both clearly moved by the extraordinary display of vocal artistry they had just witnessed. The soprano curtsied gracefully toward the royal box, her face glowing with the satisfaction of a performance she knew had been exceptional. Following the musical theater tribute came a comedy segment featuring some of Britain's most beloved entertainers. The humor was cleverly crafted to appeal to the diverse audience, balancing sophisticated wit with accessible jokes that had everyone laughing together. The comedians had worked carefully to ensure their material was appropriate for the formal setting while maintaining their authentic comedic voices. One particularly memorable moment came when a young comedian from Northern England shared stories about his grandmother's reaction to learning he would be performing before royalty. His affectionate portrayal of her excitement and nervousness resonated with audience members who could imagine their own relatives in similar situations. The humor was warm and inclusive, bringing everyone together through shared human experiences. Kate was delighted by the comedian's storytelling ability and his genuine affection for his family. His success represented the kind of social mobility and opportunity that she and William worked to promote through their charitable activities. Seeing someone from a modest background achieving success through talent and hard work embodied the values they hoped to support throughout Britain. The evening took an unexpected turn when technical difficulties briefly interrupted one of the performances. A microphone malfunctioned during a magic act, leaving the performer without sound amplification. Without missing a beat, the magician adapted his routine, using exaggerated gestures and physical comedy to maintain the audience's engagement while technicians worked quickly to resolve the problem. Prince William and Princess Kate watched with admiration as the performer turned a potential disaster into an opportunity to showcase his versatility and professionalism. His quick thinking and grace under pressure demonstrated the kind of resilience and adaptability that both royals valued highly. The audience appreciated his efforts with warm applause and encouraging cheers. When the technical issue was resolved, the magician completed his act with even greater energy and enthusiasm. His illusions were spectacular, featuring elaborate props and stunning visual effects that left everyone wondering how the tricks were accomplished. The princess found herself leaning forward in fascination, completely caught up in the mystery and showmanship. The evening's penultimate act featured a children's choir from a diverse London school. These young voices, representing many different cultural backgrounds, harmonized beautifully on traditional British songs alongside pieces from their own heritage. Their performance celebrated the multicultural nature of modern Britain while honoring the country's musical traditions. Kate was particularly moved by the children's performance, as supporting early childhood development and education had become central to her royal work. She could see the confidence and joy that musical training had brought to these young people, and their obvious pride in representing their school and communities on such a prestigious stage touched her heart deeply. The choir's final song was a specially commissioned piece about hope, unity, and building a better future together. As their pure voices filled the theater with this uplifting message, many audience members found themselves reflecting on their own roles in creating positive change in their communities. The children's sincerity and optimism provided a powerful reminder of what was truly important in life. During the performance, cameras captured intimate moments of the royal couple's genuine reactions to each act. These images would later appear in newspapers and magazines around the world, showing their authentic engagement with the entertainment and their obvious enjoyment of the evening. Their relaxed expressions and spontaneous applause demonstrated their sincere appreciation for the performers' talents and efforts. The grand finale of the Royal Variety performance approached with an energy that was almost tangible throughout the theater. Backstage, performers from all the evening's acts gathered together, their excitement building as they prepared for the traditional closing number. This final segment would bring everyone together on stage simultaneously, creating a spectacular conclusion to an already memorable evening. The curtain rose to reveal the entire cast arranged across the stage in a carefully choreographed formation. Acrobats stood ready at their apparatus. Musicians held their instruments at attention. Dancers positioned themselves for the opening moves, and singers prepared to lend their voices to the collective celebration. The sight was breathtaking. Dozens of world-class performers united in anticipation of their final moment together. The music began with a gentle piano melody that gradually built as other instruments joined in harmony. The song chosen for the finale was a beloved British anthem that spoke to themes of unity, hope, and shared purpose. As the melody swelled, performers began to move in perfect synchronization, their diverse talents blending seamlessly into one magnificent artistic expression. Princess Kate watched with wonder as the acrobats began their aerial dance, weaving between silk ribbons while the chorus sang below them. The visual effect was stunning. Human forms flowing through space like living artwork, their movements perfectly timed to the music's emotional crescendos. She found herself holding her breath during the most daring sequences, completely captivated by the beauty and risk of live performance. Prince William was equally impressed by the coordination required to execute such a complex finale safely. His trained eye could see the split-second timing and absolute trust required between performers working at different levels of the stage. The military precision reminded him of ceremonial displays he had participated in, but with an added element of artistic beauty that elevated the experience beyond mere technical achievement. As the song reached its climax, confetti cannons exploded from the sides of the stage, filling the air with thousands of golden and silver pieces that caught the stage lights like falling stars. The effect was magical, transforming the theater into a glittering wonderland that perfectly captured the joy and celebration of the evening. Children in the audience gasped with delight, while adults found themselves smiling with childlike wonder. The soprano who had earlier delivered the stunning aria returned to center stage for the final vocal moments. Her voice soared above the full chorus and orchestra, carrying the melody to its triumphant conclusion with power and grace that left everyone in the theater feeling uplifted and inspired. The combination of her extraordinary talent with the collective energy of all the performers created a moment of pure theatrical magic. When the final note faded and the last of the confetti settled, the applause was immediate and overwhelming. The entire audience rose to their feet as one, their appreciation expressed through thunderous clapping and enthusiastic cheers. Prince William and Princess Kate led the standing ovation from the royal box, their faces beaming with genuine joy and satisfaction. The performers took their bows with obvious pride and happiness, many of them visibly emotional after delivering such exceptional performances. They had given everything they had to this evening, and the audience's response confirmed that their efforts had been worthwhile. Several of the younger performers looked up toward the royal box with excitement, knowing they had successfully entertained future monarchs. As the applause continued, the evening's host returned to the stage to deliver closing remarks. He thanked the performers, the audience, and especially the royal couple for their attendance and support. His words were warm and sincere, acknowledging the importance of the arts in British culture and the role that events like the Royal Variety Performance played in supporting charitable causes throughout the nation. Following tradition, Prince William and Princess Kate were invited to the stage to meet the performers one final time. They descended from the royal box through a discreet stairway that led directly to the stage level. Their appearance prompted another round of enthusiastic applause from the audience, who appreciated this accessible gesture from their future king and queen. On stage, the royal couple moved among the performers with genuine warmth and interest. Kate stopped to speak with the children's choir, complimenting individual singers on their beautiful voices and asking about their musical studies. Her natural ability to connect with young people was evident as she knelt down to speak with the youngest performers at their eye level, making each child feel special and valued. William engaged in animated conversation with the technical crews who had made the evening possible. He understood that behind every successful performance were countless individuals working tirelessly behind the scenes. His acknowledgement of their contributions meant a great deal to these often overlooked professionals who had worked long hours to ensure every aspect of the show ran perfectly. The magician demonstrated a close-up trick exclusively for the royal couple, creating coins from thin air and making them vanish again with theatrical flourish. Both William and Kate were delighted by the intimate performance, laughing together as they tried unsuccessfully to detect how the illusions were accomplished. Their genuine enjoyment reminded everyone present that despite their formal roles, they remained real people who appreciated fun and wonder. Photographers captured numerous candid moments during this final stage appearance, their cameras clicking rapidly to document the interactions between royalty and performers. These images would become treasured mementos for the entertainers, proof of their participation in this prestigious event and their meeting with such distinguished guests. The evening officially concluded with one final group photograph featuring everyone who had participated in the performance. The image required careful arrangement to ensure all the performers would be visible, with the royal couple positioned prominently in the center of the front row. The resulting photograph became an instant classic, capturing the joy and collective achievement of a truly exceptional evening. As the evening wound down, Prince William and Princess Kate made their way backstage for private farewell conversations with key performers and organizers. The backstage area hummed with post-show energy as costumes were carefully removed and packed away. Makeup was cleaned off tired but happy faces, and equipment was systematically organized for transport back to various theaters and performance venues across London. The royal couple took time to personally thank the evening's host for his skillful management of the show. His humor and professionalism had kept the audience engaged throughout the lengthy program, while maintaining the appropriate tone for such a prestigious event. William particularly appreciated how he had handled the earlier technical difficulties, turning potential awkwardness into opportunities for additional entertainment and connection with the audience. Kate spent several minutes with the young drama school students, encouraging them to continue pursuing their artistic dreams despite the challenges they would face in the competitive entertainment industry. She shared insights from her own experiences dealing with public pressure and scrutiny, emphasizing the importance of staying true to their authentic selves while developing their professional skills. Her words clearly meant a great deal to these aspiring performers. The princess also had an extended conversation with the children's choir director, discussing the impact that musical education had on young people's confidence and social development. As someone deeply committed to early childhood development, she was eager to learn about successful programs that were making real differences in children's lives. The director was thrilled to share details about their innovative teaching methods and community outreach initiatives. Prince William found himself drawn into technical discussions with the stage managers and lighting technicians, fascinated by the complex systems required to execute such a sophisticated production. His engineering mindset appreciated the precision and planning necessary to coordinate dozens of performers, elaborate set changes, and intricate lighting sequences without any visible mistakes or delays. The crew appreciated his genuine interest in their professional expertise. The acrobatic troupe gathered around both royals to share their cultural background and the traditional meanings behind many of their performance elements. What had appeared to be pure entertainment actually carried deep cultural significance, with certain moves and formations representing ancient stories and values from their homeland. William and Kate listened with fascination, gaining new appreciation for the artistic depth they had witnessed. As the royal couple prepared to depart, they were presented with a special commemorative program signed by all the evening's performers. This unique keepsake would join their collection of mementos from important royal engagements, serving as a lasting reminder of an evening filled with exceptional artistry and genuine human connection. The gesture touched both of them deeply, representing the mutual respect and appreciation that had characterized the entire event. Their exit from the theater required careful coordination with security personnel, but the process was handled so smoothly that it appeared effortless to observers. Outside, the crowds that had gathered hours earlier were still waiting patiently, hoping for one final glimpse of their beloved royal couple. Despite the late hour and dropping temperatures, hundreds of people remained behind the barriers with unwavering enthusiasm. William and Kate took time to acknowledge the dedicated fans who had waited so long, waving warmly and stopping to accept flowers and small gifts from children in the crowd. Their genuine appreciation for public support was evident in every interaction, and their willingness to extend the evening despite their busy schedules demonstrated their understanding of how much these moments meant to ordinary citizens. The drive back through London's illuminated streets provided quiet time for reflection on an evening that had exceeded all expectations. Both royals had genuinely enjoyed themselves while fulfilling their official duties, a combination that didn't always occur at formal events. The quality of entertainment had been exceptional, but equally important was the opportunity to support British arts and connect with people from diverse backgrounds united by their creative talents. Kate gazed out the car window at the city lights, thinking about the young performers they had met and the dreams they were pursuing. Her role in supporting arts education felt more meaningful after witnessing firsthand the transformative power of creative training and performance opportunities. She made mental notes about programs she wanted to learn more about and potential ways to expand support for young artists. William reflected on the evening's demonstration of British cultural excellence and the important role that traditional events like the Royal Variety Performance played in maintaining national traditions while evolving with contemporary times. The blend of classical and modern performances had perfectly represented Britain's ability to honor its heritage while embracing innovation and change. The impact of their attendance extended far beyond the theater itself. Television coverage of the event would be broadcast internationally, showcasing British talent and creativity to global audiences. The positive publicity generated would benefit not only the individual performers, but also the broader entertainment industry and the charitable organizations supported by the performance's proceeds. Media coverage the following day would be overwhelmingly positive, with newspapers and magazines featuring photographs from throughout the evening alongside detailed reviews of the performances. The royal couple's obvious enjoyment and genuine engagement with the entertainers would be particularly noted, reinforcing their reputation as accessible and supportive members of the royal family who truly appreciated the arts and culture. In the weeks following the performance, several of the evening's participants would report increased opportunities and public recognition as a result of their royal variety appearance. The young drama students would receive scholarship offers, the children's choir would be invited to perform at additional prestigious venues, and the international acrobatic troupe would extend their London engagement due to popular demand. The Royal Variety Performance had once again fulfilled its dual purpose of providing exceptional entertainment while supporting important charitable causes. The funds raised would benefit organizations working with disadvantaged youth, elderly citizens, and individuals facing health challenges, causes close to the hearts of William and Kate and central to their ongoing charitable work. As their car approached Kensington Palace, both royals felt genuine satisfaction with an evening that had combined duty with pleasure in the most rewarding way possible. They had represented the crown with dignity while enjoying themselves immensely, supported important charitable causes while being thoroughly entertained, and connected with talented individuals while maintaining appropriate protocol. The Royal Variety Performance had reminded them why they value their roles in supporting British arts and culture and why such traditions remained relevant and important in contemporary society.